I'm just going to make a quick video on how to remove the dash of an 81 Corolla. The tools you need for this job are just 2 Phillips head screwdrivers. You could probably get by with 1, but it helps to have 2, and a 10mm socket, and that's it. This job will be easier with your steering wheel off. I luckily have a quick disconnect hub, so that's not a problem for me. I'm sure you can do it with the steering wheel on, but I decided to go ahead and remove mine just because it's easy. One of the first things you're going to want to do is pop off this little brown piece of trim right here. So go ahead and pop off this brown piece. It is just held on by some clips, and get that out of your way. Next, you do have a few little screws you need to remove. There's one that's going to be right here. I don't know if you can see that. There's one that's going to be right here. It's for this black piece of trim. You also have 4 up here at the top of this piece. And once you take all of those out, you can pop out just this black piece right here. That's going to be helpful to have out of your way. Go ahead and take out this vent right here. It's just held in by 1 screw down here, and then it pops out. Then you do have 4 screws. I have already taken out 2, but go ahead and take out the other 2. There's 2 down here at the bottom, and then 2 up at the top. So you can go ahead and take those out. Once you have those screws out, you just unclip these little harnesses down here at the bottom. There's 2 big ones, and then there was 1 small one right there. And then you should be able to take the dash out. It won't come all the way out. You do have to unhook the speedometer cable. It will make it a little easier to get out if you go ahead and take out this screw, which was hidden by the vent, and then this 1 screw on the side, and it will let your dash lift up a little bit, which will give you a little more room to work it out. And then just reach your hand behind here, and there's a little connection back there for the speedometer cable. With your speedometer and gauge cluster out of the way, you can see up here there's these small little nuts on these bolts that hang down from the dash through this metal bar. They do run all the way across, so you will need to start taking those out. Now's a good time to go ahead and pop a few of those off. After you take out those few nuts up there, you'd want to go ahead and take out these 2 nuts, that one right there and that one right there, those 2 little bolts, and those will help you take out your glove box, which will just make getting to the other bolts a little bit easier. After you take out those 2 bolts, which is a 10mm socket, you go ahead and open up your glove box, and there's a little tiny screw. Let's see if I can get a light. That little screw right there, there's 1 on each side, and that should help take out your glove box. After your glove box is removed, go ahead and take out this little screw right here on the side with a Phillips head screwdriver, and then you can get access to all of the other nuts up there, just like on the other side, which are also a 10mm. After that, you need to remove the lock for the glove box, which is 2 screws at the bottom, which are right there and right there. And once you pop those out, you can take the lock out. Once you pull out that lock, you have this black piece of trim right here, which you can just put your fingers behind and pull out. And then you have this screw right here, and this screw right here, which will allow you to take off this whole black piece that runs all the way across. After you remove those 2 screws, this whole entire black piece should just pop out, and there's kind of a clip out there at the end, and you just pop it all the way out. And then you have 1 screw here, 2 right here, 1 right here, and then 1 more right here, and you have to take all those out. After you take out the rest of those screws, your whole dash should just pop right out. Now with the dash out of the car, I'm going to go ahead and repair all of the cracks and holes in my dash, and then I'm going to flock it and put it back in. Reinstalling the dash is just the exact opposite process of what you just did. And that's how you remove the dash on an 81 Toyota Corolla. I believe the model years run 80 through 82. Does slightly vary by what model the car is. Mine is the SR5 hatchback. So depending on what model you have, your dash might be a little bit different, but this hopefully gave you a general idea on how to do it.